And in this game, players are essentially demons trying to be the first to take possession over their victim. Players are not only going up against each other, but there's also going to be an exorcist that is run by the game that's going to be getting in the player's way. There's a whole bunch of different exorcists that can be included in a game, but players are only going to be choosing one, which creates a lot of variety from game to game because each of those exorcists will behave a little bit differently. But then each exorcist will have 5 weaknesses that players will be trying to uncover as the game moves forward, and those are also randomized because there's a whole pool of weakness cards and you're only going to be using 5 in a single game. Also, each player is going to be having their own unique victim that they're trying to take possession of. They're going to have their own unique stats for body and mind, and this is what players are going to be trying to overcome in order to take full possession over their victim. But to win the game, you're not only trying to take possession over your victim, but you also have to defeat the exorcist, and then you also have to roll 6 pentagons. And the way that the players accomplish all this is by taking turns performing actions. You can take 3 actions on your turn, and one of those actions can be to play a card from your hand. And there's a couple different types of cards that you can have. The first one is the disturbance cards, which just essentially act like a special ability that you can use to help yourself, hinder your opponents, or even hinder the exorcist. But then the more important ones are the possession cards, and these come in both body and mind. And like I said, each of your victims will have a stat for body and mind, and you're going to have to play enough cards of that type in order to overcome those stats. But these cards can also have special effects or icons on them that you'll be matching with the weaknesses of the exorcist in order to deal damage to that exorcist. But like I said, the weaknesses of the exorcist are not revealed at the start of the game, so the cards that you do play onto the table might change as more of this information becomes revealed. But as always, you will want to make sure that you're maintaining that ratio of body and mind cards so that you don't lose possession over your victim. But the actions aren't only used for playing cards, because players can also use an action to roll or re-roll the attack dice. And the reason that a player might want to do this is because this is how you reveal the exorcist's weaknesses. You're going to be rolling dice equal to the number of possession cards that you currently have on your victim, and then you're going to be trying to get as many pentagons as possible in order to reveal one of the weakness cards. The nice thing about doing this is that anytime a player reveals the exorcist's weakness, not only do you have more information, but it's also going to trigger a divine attack on all the other players. This is always good for you, but you do need to worry about rolling the crosses because this is what's going to trigger the exorcist's abilities, which can affect you as well. The game continues like this, with players playing those cards to possess their victim, rolling those dice to reveal the exorcist's weaknesses, and then also trying to play the right icons on their cards in order to inflict damage on that exorcist. Once the exorcist is defeated, the first player who has possessed their victim but then also rolls 6 pentagons is going to be the winner of the game. And if this one does sound interesting to you, I will have it linked in the description below.